The reason you're seeing so much sickness, death, and disease is no coincidence. An altar has been struck, and a spirit of death has been unleashed. And this is not to scare you. This message here is specifically for the watchman on the wall. It's specifically for the intercessors. A lot of pastors, leaders in the church are being attacked so harshly right now. They have been attacked with sickness, with family issues, with death, with mental disorders, so many things. And this is what the Lord told me 2 nights ago, and I did not do it 2 nights ago because my voice was not back yet. And I was not sure. I was like, Lord, is this really you? And the Lord came to me last night and he woke me up and said, I told you to warn them. And I have a specific way when I hear back from the Lord, and we can share that another day. But this is the warning that the Lord gave me. I'm going to give you the dream first because I don't comprehend. I want you to know that I am not yet the best dream interpreter. The Lord is training me up in that way. But I do want to say to you that maybe it'll make sense. And if you are a person that interprets dreams, leave me a comment, send me a DM, and let me know what you think. But if you're filled with the Holy Ghost, if you're a witch, I don't want your interpretation. So the Lord woke me up. The Lord gave me a dream. The dream was there was an army, a big army, and it looked like a medieval type. They had like the silver on and all this, like a medieval time. And one of the guys, the leaders of the army, had a big flag, and he was like they were all in horses and chariots, and they were like, headed to a place. The place they were headed was a big cliff, huge cliff. And on the cliff was a big statue, what seemed like maybe some type of virgin, or it was a woman deity. That's all I really know. And she was made of stone, and she was really, really tall, and she was big. And I heard the voice of the Lord command them to strike her down, knock her down and break her head off. So all the men gathered together, and they had rope and everything, and they battled. They had a hard time knocking her down, but they did. She fell off the cliff, but she still wouldn't break. So they had to grab the commands from the army officer were to grab like stones and like big pieces of like round stone and like try to strike her down so her head, because the command was to cut her head off. Her head did cut off, and that was the end of it. As soon as that dream was over, the voice, this is where the Lord came to me and spoke to me audibly in my dream and gave me this warning for the watchman. He said, there has been a spirit of death that has been unleashed. An altar has been struck, and the enemy is angry. I am not sure if he's talking about worldwide or if he's talking about our country, United States of America. I don't know. But what he said is that the enemy is mad, and he is raging mad, and he has there's a sickness, disease, and all that stuff that you're seeing, but they're specifically coming for the head, the pillars. They're trying to strike down our pastors, our leaders. And he said, this is a warning for the watchman on the wall, because the weapon may form, but because the watchman and the what is it called? The intercessors are so strong, they cannot get to the life of the leaders. They cannot. If the leader is a leader who has, whose time is not up, who is not in sin, who is a man and woman of God, like, yeah, you can knock them down for a little bit, but you're not gonna be able to kill them, because God is not gonna allow you to touch their life. Nothing will happen unless the Lord allows it. So the Lord was saying, I need you to warn the watchmen and the intercessors that you are not completely, like, you're not, basically what I'm trying to say it the way he told it to me. If you don't keep watch, your household is next. That's the way I need to say it. Just say it, Lord, please, the way you would say. If you don't anoint your house, if you're not standing in the gap, if you're not being a watchman when you're in a prayer and intercessor team, and you're slumbering and you're sleeping, and you're allowing that spirit of deception to come into you and think, oh, I'm fine, I am covered by the blood, and I'm going to go back to sleep. Deceived. You need to get up and rise up. I feel the Holy Ghost right now. They want to exterminate our pastors. They want to exterminate our pillars. But because you are a watchman on the wall who prays, who fasts, who stands in the gap, they cannot get to them. They cannot get to us. So the request of the Lord was to get up to warfare. He said this was a time of warfare. This was a time to oil, that you are too oil. And this morning he woke me up and he said, you are too oil. He woke me up with that song from Victoria Renzi. You are too oil. Grab. And then he showed me a picture of my oil that I carry in my bag. And he said, you are too oiled. Anoint. Tell them. Warn them. I'm warning you. I'm telling you. And again, if you're filled with the Holy Ghost, send me the interpretation of the dream. If you're not filled with the Holy Ghost, I don't want to hear it. Bye. God bless you.